At Alpenventures UNGUIDED, we don't just plan and book your Alps adventure for you, we also ensure you have peace of mind during your adventure. After all, we are your local connection to the Alps. Thanks to our partnership with Outdoor Active, we are able to provide our clients with state-of-the-art navigation technology from the convenience of their own smartphone, even in airplane mode. I'm Brittany Haas, the Chief Adventure Officer at Alpenventures UNGUIDED, and I'm going to walk you through how you can essentially use your smartphone as a GPS device with a map of your route, even without Wi-Fi or a cellular network. Thanks to our app, our local knowledge of the Alps, and our booking services, you'll be able to adventure with peace of mind. Let's go take a look at how we set up and work the app. You can find the Outdoor Active app both in the iTunes Store and in Google Play. We're going to go ahead and walk through this on an iPhone. Locate the App Store on your phone and go ahead and search for Outdoor Active. Here, Outdoor Active is the second choice. We'll look at it just to make sure it's right. Has mapping, navigation features, looks good. Let's go ahead and get that. Alright, let's go ahead and hop into it. Now, it's important to activate the location services on the app. Also, I want to mention that Alpenventures UNGUIDED will set up the account for you and provide you with your password. So go ahead and log in, and we've already loaded your tours into the app for you. So all you have to do is look at this home screen here and head over to My Lists and then click on Clipboard. Your tours will be in the clipboard. Here you see quite a few tours. We have a couple different types of tours here for examples. Some tours are multi-stage tours where they have all of the stages within the tour in the same file. Other tours that are more complex, and for various reasons that we can't do in that format, you'll have an individual tour for each one of those. We're in a multi-stage tour now here. This is just the overview page, so it'll give you some general information. The main functionality you're going to use on this app is the mapping feature. And if you notice, I clicked the map up in the upper right hand corner. Now I can go ahead and zoom in. This is again the overview, so it shows the entire route. And when I zoom in, I have a line that shows exactly what my route is. Now if I was standing somewhere in this area, there would also be a dot that shows where I am. You may not be aware of this, but the GPS functionality on your phone works even when you don't have a carrier and even when you're in airplane mode. So you'll be able to use this GPS functionality here on your tour even if you're not connected to a network. You can scroll down, see that you can get into the elevation profile. There's also an elevation profile you'll see later that's available for each individual stage. And here we just have some general information. So you get the overall statistics for the entire tour, difficulty level, some general information, how to get there. So usually we're booking your transportation for you, but there's your information if you need it to arrive there on your own. And in the individual tour segments and stages, we'll have actual turn-by-turn directions that you'll get to. But this is just an overview. We're hopping into the different stages here. So you see we're here in stage 2, and this will give us a map just for that day of what we're covering on that day. Now look closely at your tour. You may have a tour where one stage equals one day. If your tour is broken down into segments, which are mainly on the Tour de Mont Blanc and also on the Alta Via 1, you will more than likely have more than one segment in one day. So we can look, we just went into the turn-by-turn directions that were very detailed here in the detailed part of the tour. You can hop in and look at the overall statistics. I want to mention that there are going to be more waypoints and more details in the map in the individual stages than what you get on the overview. So if you're downloading GPS tracks off of this, which you can do, then I definitely recommend that you do them for the individual stages and not just for the overview of the tour. So let's go ahead and go back and take a look at another tour that's broken down differently. So this one doesn't have everything in one file. They're in separate files. This is the Alta Via 1. It's primarily due to the complexity of booking the tour. So this is the overview, and again it's similar to the last overview in that it has a lot of information, general information about the tour. It has the entire route in it. You can zoom in on different areas. I click there on a waypoint. This is a hut, and I can click to get more information, or also to navigate to the hut, or to start navigating from the hut. So you have quite a few options there. So there's just a general overview here, general information. There is always a map recommendation. It's important to mention that this app does not replace a paper map. There is no guarantee that your phone is going to not break or have batteries throughout the entire length of your tour. So it would be quite dangerous to rely 100% on this app for navigation. We definitely do not recommend that. Here we are starting segment A, by the way, on the Altavia 1 at Lago di Braias. For those of you that have this tour coming up, you might be already familiar with this day. But we do absolutely very strongly recommend that you purchase a paper map. There's really no substitute for a paper map. Now here you see I click down at the bottom to save this. This is going to save this on my phone so that I can use it when I'm offline, when I'm in airplane mode. So you'll have to do this with all of your tours to make sure that they're on your phone. Now if you have a multi-stage tour where all the stages are in one file, you'll be able to only do this once and everything will save on your phone. Unfortunately, if you have a tour where everything's not in the same file, then you're going to have to do this individually for each segment. Now I just went back to my home page and into the settings and downloaded files, and I'm going in here just to make sure that my map did download. So now I'm going to go ahead and put my phone in airplane mode and test this. Alright, so you see here that I have my downloads. I can click right there. Saved maps is only going to give you the map without the content. You want the saved content. Here's the tour that I just saved. If I click on the map and I zoom in, you see everything's on there. I can zoom in, I can get details, I can get the topo lines. This is going to work for me as a map when my phone is offline. I also have all the information in here that I had in the online version. Now it's important to double check this before you leave on your tour to make sure something didn't get deleted. Now we're going to look here. You'll also see here under recently viewed, you might end up getting to another file. And you see this is the one we saved and the map actually works correctly. Going into another one that we didn't save, you'll see that it's actually not possible for us to zoom in and get the details on the map like we're able to on the saved one. So if you open up one of the tours and you don't see the details, then you definitely want to go ahead and double check that that's downloaded. Now I just went back to my settings and I'm going into general. And here you'll see that I can change between kilometers and miles. So if your app is in the wrong, if your app shows kilometers or your app shows miles and you want it the other way around, you can go ahead and head in there and change that. Alright, so I'm going to go back now because I'm doing a hiking tour and a bike tour. So for this bike tour, this is the multi-stage tour that we had. This is across the Alps on a touring bicycle. Fantastic tour. I'm going to go ahead and save that as well to my phone. So now I have that available for offline use. Again, you need to make sure that you have these saved for offline use if you want to use them on the trail when you're out there without reception, and even if you do have a carrier, sometimes you don't have signal. So here is a weather forecast that you can access in all of the tour individual stages and segments as well, which is very handy and nice to have. So that's basically the ins and outs of the navigation app. We hope you enjoy it. I'd like to encourage you to go live your bucket list, go climb that mountain, go where your colleagues can't find you, and most importantly, go adventure in the Alps. We hope you have an amazing adventure. Thank you so much for choosing Alpenventures Unguided.